The 4th anniversary of Red Dead Online was a couple days ago. It was Thanksgiving weekend. I had real life stuff going on, so that's why I didn't make a video about it till now, so I apologize. And the past few years, less and less people have been commemorating the anniversary of Red Dead Online for very good reason. As most of you know, Rockstar has all but abandoned Red Dead Online. So let's look at Red Dead Online 4 years later. It's pretty much dead at this point, and it started off with a lot of promise about 4 years ago with the launch of Red Dead Online Beta, month after Red Dead Redemption 2 came out. An amazing game, by the way, still is. Over the weekend and at the recording of this video, Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online on Steam were discounted, and by the time the video comes out, they were no longer discounted. Red Dead Redemption 2, 67% off at about $20, and Red Dead Online was half off for $10 throughout Black Friday weekend or Cyber Monday. And I'm sure there's some people that took advantage of sales for Red Dead Redemption 2 as well as Red Dead Online while they were available. And to everybody that did, I hope that you feel like you got your money's worth for either purchasing Red Dead Redemption 2 for $20 or Red Dead Online for $10. Personally, I would have spent the extra $10 in order to get Red Dead Redemption 2 because it also includes Red Dead Online. So Red Dead Online Beta launched about 4 years ago. There were some small updates here and there, some tweaks. They also launched the Gold Bar store, which in my opinion symbolized the end of the beta, because how can you call a game a beta when you've opened the Gold Bar store? Then in the summer of 2019, I think it was early summer, maybe it was like late spring, they officially launched Red Dead Online. It was its own update, moving the game officially from beta to Red Dead Online, even though, like I mentioned, the Gold Bar store was already in place. I think at this point is when they added the only mini game from Red Dead Redemption 2 to Red Dead Online, which was Texas Hold'em Poker. It's unfortunate that 4 years later, we didn't get Dominoes, Blackjack, or Five Fingers. But a few months later, September 2019 would be the best and biggest update to Red Dead Online in history. The Frontier Pursuits update, which added 3 roles, Trader, Collector, as well as Bounty Hunter. And then in December of 2019, another role, Moonshiners. There was also Outlaw Passes that were being added to the game. I think the first Outlaw Pass launched with Frontier Pursuits. Summer 2020 would also signify the 5th and final role to Red Dead Online as of right now. The Naturalist update, which also came with Outlaw Pass 5, and eventually, as we talked about already, the first Halloween Pass in October 2020. And what I found interesting is that some of us got this 10 gold bars off any specialist role for logging into Red Dead Online in November 2022. And I got this earlier when I was recording B-roll for this video. How very generous of you, Rockstar, to give me something coupon-wise, reward-wise, that I cannot use because I already have all the roles currently in Red Dead Online. Is there the possibility of them adding a new role between now and March 21st, 2023, where I can benefit from that 10 gold bar discount? I highly doubt it at this point. Now, moving forward into December 2020, we got the Bounty Hunter expansion, which added 10 additional roles to the Bounty Hunter role, which already existed thanks to the Frontier Pursuits update, and it added some more legendary bounties. And there were some things about the Bounty Hunter expansion that a lot of people really didn't care for. We also got some new skins for the Turkmens, which was my favorite horse breed in the game, but that was the last quote-unquote new horse breed or horse coat that we would get added to Red Dead Online all the way up to present day. The final official update to Red Dead Online happened in summer 2021 with the terrible, underwhelming Blood Money update, which introduced Capitale, as well as the Quick Draw Clubs, which was basically Outlaw Pass 6 chopped up into 4 mini passes. Eventually, we would also get Halloween Pass 2 around October 2021, and the Call to Arms survival modes. The standard Call to Arms, the All Hallow Call to Arms in October, as well as in December 2021. The only thing that we got content-wise, I believe, besides the usual stuff, Christmas music and decorations and snow, was the holiday call to arms. And that revelation a year ago in December 2021, when we did not get an update to Red Dead Online, was extremely painful for a lot of Red Dead Online fans, including myself, who thought that we would be getting an update. Maybe not a big update, but at least something content-wise, because that was the tradition for both Red Dead Online and GTA Online every December. And that had been the way it was since 2 years prior with the Moonshiners update for Red Dead Online in December 2019. Red Dead Online at this point was only 2 years old and still a relatively new online game, and we were of the opinion that Rockstar was going to continue to support and add new content and updates to Red Dead Online for the foreseeable future. Yeah, the pandemic back in 2020 caused some issues here and there, but that couldn't be helped. But there were still people playing Red Dead Online. In December 2021, as it came and went into January 2022, that spurred on the hashtag Save Red Dead Online movement, which actually did trend on Twitter for some time and was even picked up by big YouTubers, small YouTubers, as well as several big gaming websites. Many months would go by with silence from Rockstar regarding Red Dead Online, from January 2022 all the way into the spring and finally into the summer, when Rockstar would finally make an announcement regarding the fate and future of Red Dead Online. Basically, no more big updates for Red Dead Online. That was the final nail in the coffin for Red Dead Online's hope of having big future amazing updates. It didn't necessarily mean that there wasn't going to be content added to Red Dead Online. It's just that there was no longer going to be the updates that we were hoping for and expecting going forward in the game. 2 months ago, we did get a title update 1.31, which didn't really do much, to be honest. And then October of this past year, we did get 3 additional new All Hallows Call to Arms maps, along with a hardcore mode. I think we also got a hardcore mode like a few months prior, part of the Telegram missions, and the return of Halloween Pass 2. Great for new players, just like that offer and reward I just talked about a moment ago. But for veteran players, completely useless, especially for those of us that already maxed out Halloween Pass a year prior. Oh, and there's also been over a year's worth of disappointing monthly events. It started off as weekly events, then it went on to every other week with the events, and then they went to monthly events for Red Dead Online. So here we are, 4 years later, a game that was a beautiful open world experience, obviously set in the same universe as Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2. It had a lot of potential, and there were a lot of fans that grew to love Red Dead Online over the past 4 years, and there's still people that play it. But ultimately, Rockstar killed their own live service game. They put time and effort into Red Dead Online, from launching it as a beta shortly after Red Dead Redemption 2, ultimately to just take it out back and all but put it out of its misery. The only reason why they haven't done so is because they want to take advantage of the discounts that they like to put up every now and then, like this past weekend with those discounts we talked about regarding 50% off for Red Dead Online, as well as 67% off for Red Dead Redemption 2, which was the better deal. But as long as Red Dead Online remains up and they do the bare minimum with title updates and adding like a few new maps for Call to Arms here and there and some new hardcore missions here and there, they can try and justify keeping the gold bar store open in the hope that some suckers, new players, will actually go into the gold bar store and buy gold bars without any of the knowledge that most of us have regarding the fate and the future of Red Dead Online. If you're a new player, yeah, there's 5 new roles. There's a land of opportunities. You have up to 10 stable stalls to eventually fill up with horses and weapons and clothing and upgrading your camp and all this stuff. But eventually, you're going to grind through the game just like the rest of us did, and you're going to reach a ceiling. You're going to get all the roles. You're going to do all the legendary bounties and collect all the legendary animals and grind through Land of Opportunities, Life is Shine, the Moonshine mission, and do so many moonshine sales and trader sales and get sprayed by Harriet so many times. And despite the fact that you've gotten all this money in gold and capitale and roll tokens and collectibles from Adam Nazar, eventually it's going to get to the point where you're going to feel the same way a lot of veteran Red Dead Online players do, realizing that this game that was so beautiful still is an open wide world full of possibilities for Rockstar to make content for. And in my opinion, I think they only begun to scratch the surface of possibilities when it came to updates for Red Dead Online. There's numerous roles that myself and others came up with in videos, as well as potential heists, properties, expansions. I highly doubt at this point that they're going to do anything more than the quote-unquote bare minimum for whatever we end up getting in December of this year. And with the final news wire of the year dropping for Red Dead Online on November 29th. For some reason, I thought we still had another week till December 6th, but once again, I was wrong. Real life stuff going on. Wasn't really paying too much attention anyways. It's just basically Bounty Hunter, Holiday Call to Arms. Doesn't appear to be any new maps. So not even 3 new maps are going to be added for the Merry Holiday Call to Arms in a few weeks from now. Originally, this video was going to be just a reflection on the past 4 years, what we've gotten, how Red Dead Online has been neglected, and what I wasn't expecting in December, which turned out to be the case a week early. So here it is. I am done with Red Dead Online as of now. I put out a service maintenance short about an hour or so ago, and this is my last video. Goodbye, Red Dead Online. It was a good ride while it lasted for basically 4 years. But if Rockstar is not going to bother with even doing any sort of live service, online updates, new content, fixing issues that pop up, the only reason why they put forth the bare minimum in this game is to prop up the gold bar store, because there are some people still buying gold bars. Obviously, the veteran players aren't, because we have plenty of cash and gold, but they are preying on newer players. In other words, Rockstar and Take-Two are trying to squeeze as much money out of new, unsuspecting players to Red Dead Online as possible via the gold bar store, despite the fact there's going to be no new passes, no new updates, no new content added to the game for the foreseeable future. So I'm officially hanging up my hat. I'm hopping on Galaxy Traveler and I'm riding off into the sunset. I was going to wait till the end of the year because I thought that maybe with the newswire coming out, they would mention something about at least giving us 3 new maps for the Holiday Merry Call to Arms. But I read over the newswire, and apparently that is not the case. They couldn't even be bothered with 3 new maps for Merry Holiday Call to Arms. But it's the usual stuff that happens in December. The holiday cheer, Christmas decorations, Christmas music, the snow returning. Your chance to get the Krampus shotgun skin again. I'm sorry if this is coming across as a stitched up video, because the original version of this video was about the 4-year anniversary of Red Dead Online, and my expectations rather low for December. But thanks to Rockstar for putting out the newswire in the December event a week earlier than I thought, now I have a clear idea of what to expect for what's left of 2022 in Red Dead Online, and I am going to keep my word. This is it. I am officially done with Red Dead Online, unless somewhere down the road Rockstar decides to revisit, resurrect, reboot Red Dead Online with future updates and content. At this point, I highly doubt it. So if you came to me once a month just for my take on roughly what was going on with the monthly events in Red Dead Online, I'm sorry, I'm not covering it anymore. I'm done supporting this game because there's nothing left to support. Rockstar has all but killed Red Dead Online and just keeping it on life support in order to squeeze as many dollars and pounds and euros out of unsuspecting players via the Gold Bar store. If you're interested in the newswire, I'll leave it below in the description section. I'm not going over it. It's mostly bounty themed and some other holiday stuff. I am sincerely sorry to all of my Red Dead Online fans that have come to the channel over the past 4 years, but I am not going to be making any more content for this game going forward unless things change in Red Dead Online, and it's not going to happen. They're done with Red Dead Online, and they'll keep putting out these monthly events, and maybe this will be the last monthly event they put out. Who knows? Who cares? I'm moving on. I'm just going to play Evil West on the weekends till I'm done with it. I'm going to play other games. I'm going to focus on real life stuff. And yeah, I'll still cover GTA for the time being. But for an online live service game that only lasted about 4 years, and that's me being generous, it had so much potential and built up an amazing community of players across the world who loved Red Dead Online. And this game absolutely deserved more support and more content than it ended up ultimately getting from Rockstar. I think that if there was any other studio out there that had this game with the amount of people that were playing at its peak, they would have been overjoyed with continuing to update and support Red Dead Online. But unfortunately, Rockstar has chosen to focus all their efforts on the epic uber cash cow GTA Online, as well as, understandably, the next GTA game, which is long overdue. But as a company, they're one of the largest development studios in the world, and they could have assembled a decent-sized team dedicated to updating Red Dead Online with content and passes, properties, new roles. Instead, they sacrificed Red Dead Online in order to focus all their efforts on continuing to milk GTA Online, as well as work on the next GTA game. And in 2023, the only time you'll see Red Dead Online appear is perhaps B-roll on the channel, most likely over on GB Fame, because I still like riding around the map and I still like fishing in the game, and I find that that makes really relaxing B-roll whenever I'm doing political videos over there. But I feel like I've held out more than long enough when it comes to Red Dead Online. I know that it's dead. We had the funeral months ago, but part of you wants to hope and believe that it'll somehow be resurrected by Rockstar, especially since there was news in the last Take-Two quarterly earnings call that there were more players playing Red Dead Online in the previous quarter than a year ago. So that's promising to some degree. But the sad reality, GTA Online and Grand Theft Auto 6 are the major cash cows for Rockstar and Take-Two. It's kind of funny. I wasn't expecting them to celebrate the 4-year anniversary of Red Dead Online, but they didn't even bother putting out a newswire celebrating the 25th anniversary of the original GTA. At the very least, you think that the company that was built on the original GTA game, from GTA to GTA 2 and Grand Theft Auto 3 and all the way up to GTA 5 and online, going into eventually GTA 6, would have celebrated the 25th anniversary of the original top-down GTA launching 25 years ago, with a lot more than some lame login t-shirts in GTA Online. So if Rockstar wasn't even able to do some big pomp and circumstance and celebration for the 25th anniversary of GTA, they ain't gonna do shit for the 4th or 5th anniversary of Red Dead Online next year. Maybe they'll do something for the 5th anniversary of Red Dead Redemption 2 because it's a newer game, unless they have plans for a milked edition of Red Dead Redemption 2 for PS5, Xbox Series with performance RT, similar to the milked edition for GTA 5 and online for PS5, Xbox Series. The irony is that would be the only hope left for Red Dead Online to be quote-unquote saved and resurrected. But as of now, it doesn't appear to be the case when it comes to any hope of a 60 FPS upgrade for Red Dead Redemption 2 or Red Dead Online. At least not till after GTA 6 comes out, which could be at least 2 years away. But it wouldn't surprise me after December going into 2023, we may no longer see any monthly news wires for Red Dead Online. Therefore, no more monthly events at all going into the new year. And if there is monthly events, guess what? I'm done covering them. I love Red Dead Online. I've enjoyed playing it over the past 4 years, but I have to move on. I've been trying to move on. I've had some success here and there. I've been enjoying Evil West. But at the same time, I know that a lot of people came to my channel over the past 4 years because of Red Dead Online. And a lot of people have also come to my channel over the past 8 years because of GTA Online. In other words, my channel has become intertwined with the future and fate of Red Dead Online, along with a lot of other channels that made a lot of Red Dead Online content. And the fact that it's suffered greatly, especially over the past year, because Rockstar's all but killed Red Dead Online. It's also harmed a lot of content creators and streamers out there that enjoy playing Red Dead Online and making content for this game, myself included. But as we look back at the past 4 years of Red Dead Online, it wasn't all bad. We had some good times. We had fun. I made some friends. I attracted some viewers and subscribers that I'm grateful for. And they can't take that away from me. But it is sad that we have to part on such sad terms. And I know a lot of people have already done that months ago, and I've been trying to do that desperately. But sometimes it's just hard to say goodbye. Your thoughts, views, and opinions regarding Red Dead Online 4 years later, as always, welcome below in the comments section.